Hey everybody, Rob Thompson here, back with the awesome Sarah Townsend, and we are here in day 4 of the course. And our topic for this module is how to make a year's worth of content. Sarah has a really awesome strategy that she's developed for this system. So take it away, Sarah.
Hey everybody. Okay, so you want to be able to make organic content for all of your platforms. And to do that daily is always a challenge because you're going to have to come up with something new and you want to make sure that you don't do repeats and stuff like that. So the way that I did this was I would go to Google. Now let me see if I can pull this up and you guys can see. Ooh, that's so confusing. Okay. Okay, so let's say how to pass a CPAT. Okay, so obviously my business is about firefighter fitness. And so I'm trying to look up, I'm going to make 12 topics about firefighting. So it might be like things about oral board, because they'll have to pass an oral board, things about CPAT, things about building strength. I might do like an upper body section, a lower body section, but you want to make 12 sub brackets to your overall arching business, right? So maybe you're a baking company and you're like, I'm going to do things about brownies, about cooking in high altitudes. I'm going to do like Cookie Wednesday. I'm going to do whatever, but this is how you're going to find content for it. So if you go to Google, every time you look something up, it's going to have this drop down section of people also ask. So is it hard to pass the CPAT might be one of my things. What percent of people fail the CPAT might be one of my things. You can put those all under the CPAT brackets for me if I made one of mine be a CPAT bracket. Now, to expand upon that, you can use the drop down and then push it back up and more questions appeared. So I can do that again. You'll see that this one, the what's a good CPAT time is my last one. If I push that down and push it back up, now new ones were generated for that. So every single time that you drop down an arrow and bring it back, it's going to bring up more of those people asked questions. And it gives you ideas on what to put under those subsections. So we're going to choose 12 subsections. And for each subsection, you're going to put 10 items underneath that. And that will give you a little bit more than a year's worth of content for those. So when I did that, I made this 365 content creation. So you'll see that these are all of the content that I made for my business. And I filled it out just like I said. I would look up CPAT and then I did these questions, workouts to improve firefighting, general fire skills. And then once I had enough questions for a year, I highlighted all those questions and put them into an Excel spreadsheet. So you're obviously going to want to take out the headers of what those were, but you needed them initially to know what questions you'd be asking. So these are just the questions I made. You're going to put that in column A. So select everything, put them into column A, and then you're going to go to column B and under the insert function, so it looks like it right here, you can put the words equals, rand, and then parentheses, and then you'll drag down your bar. So let's do it for this one as an example. So I'm going to say equals, rand, and then parentheses. Now it's going to create a random number, and I'm going to drag this down. Oop, not like that. Yep. And it created random numbers. The reason you want to do that is you're not going to want to do all your CPAT days on the same one. You're not going to want to do all your fire ones or whatever. You want them to kind of alternate. And so you can randomly generate those numbers and then shuffle those numbers out. Now, as I do them throughout time, you can see I highlight them in yellow. This one is an old one, so I haven't done all of these obviously, but as I do them, I usually click on them and then I'll highlight them as a yellow function. And that tells me that they've been completed. So that's my year's worth of content right there.
That's a really brilliant strategy. And when you're doing the Google search there, you are actually taking advantage of Google's data gathering capability, which is awesome because of those drop downs you're talking about. Those are based on real time search data, so you're getting relevant topics. That's really
Yep. So
cool.
you're asking your target audience what they're looking for and then answering those in your organic content. Now, don't forget, you're going to want to do a hook. So for these things, I might not say like uh, firefighter knots apps. I'm going to say like 3 best apps to improve your knot skills, right? Which is more of a hook for people like, oh man, 3 things that's tangible. I'm going to want this. Then give your content and then a call to action. So usually my call to action on content is follow for more or like, don't forget to like this or something that's easy for them to do, right? That you can use on all your content.
ChatGPT can also help with topics. And here's just an example. Hi, I'm a baker, and can you help me with five? Oh, here, let's do this here. Pretend I'm a baker just because I have some custom instructions that I don't want to cause confusion with the system for content in a social media group. So there's a We're going to see these results here, then I have a thought to share on that. So here, I've asked it for 5 topics for content sharing. So it's going to tell me overarching recipe sharing, baking tips and tricks. So it's giving me categorical content, ingredient spotlight, etc. Sarah's approach, I think, is far more timely and relevant, right, than ChatGPT's categorical approach. This can give you ideas. Maybe you can use this to help generate the topics that you then Google. But I really like her strategy because it's using that real time data. ChatGPT 4 can now search the internet, so we could probably ask it a topic, but it's still a step removed from the actually using Google's drop down search function there to do that. So that's really cool. Good. That's really smart, and I like your strategy of randomizing it too.
Yeah. Now, every week, remember that it's really hard to film every single day because you guys are going to have to. I never thought I'd be this social media person, but to own a business, you kind of have to. Social media is the way of life now. So you have to get your ring light out. For girls, me and Rob were talking about this, and it was so funny because he, doesn't have to think of these things. And I don't think of it the reverse way, but I was like, I have to get on makeup and do my hair and get dressed. And I can't be like the hot mess mom express when I show up, with my 4-year-old yelling in the background and my dogs are barking and we have a mini pig running through the kitchen. I can't do that. So I have to make sure everyone's out and that I'm on my own and I've done my hair and everything. And so I do that on Mondays. Mondays are the days where we call it Mommy Mondays, and my husband has my daughter, and everyone kind of leaves my space so that I can film. And I will film all my stuff for the entire week in one day. Now you don't have to change your outfits or anything like that. No one even cares, and you're just going to splice it. I use something called CapCut, which is an app. It's super easy to use. They have a ton of templates. If you are tech challenged like I am, it's perfect for me. All you have to do is like drag your little clips in and it puts music to it and it's amazing. And then you can just put it in throughout the week and drop those in when it's I try and do 1 to 2 a day. If you're really trying to grow your base for followers, I would suggest doing 3 a day, which sounds like a lot, but once you build that 365 content creation, you can shuffle those, right? So you can repeat some of those, but you want to make sure that you're doing quite a bit of content a day.
Agreed. And once you get into the system of this, after what is it, 7 to 10 days, it starts to become a habit. And
Yeah.
then once you've got that habit formed, then it will become almost second nature to do this, to think in this way.
Yeah.
Uh,
And remember, it doesn't have to be
that's
videos. You guys can post something like a picture and then like if you guys go check out my TikTok or whatever that you saw in our previous modules, you'll see a lot of it is me sitting in my kitchen doing this and I put words to it and it took me 30 seconds and I can use that exact same clip but remove the words to it and put new like top 3 leg workouts to build quads and then top 3 arm workouts and then top 3 rehab, and I can use that several times for that one clip. So
It's
Try and use what we call
recycled content.
evergreen content, right? Evergreen meaning it's good forever. It has no like time where it would expire or wouldn't be good to use.
Yep. I would maybe from a higher level perspective too, content. Why is it so important? It's because that's how you're going to get through the noise, right? So much of the marketing out there is noise, right? And Sarah's approach here, she's cutting through the noise by finding the very relevant, timely content, search engine content, and then advertising that content. So she's breaking through the noise floor that is
Yeah.
out there. You know, a good example I read recently was this. Somebody says, "Hey, I write about physical fitness." That's very generic content. It's not going to break through the noise. It doesn't grab anybody, right? Sarah's approach is more like this. Hey, I'm writing about physical fitness for 46-year-old males who want to lose 20 pounds. Well, that's very specific. It's she's using the search engine to get to that to what is being searched for and breaking through the noise. So always think about it that way too. What content will break through the noise?
Yeah. And when I build my content, I try and really focus on building trust, right? So everything that I post, I want it to really be helpful because, as you guys know, if you have TikTok or whatever, the people that you follow that are part of your business model or something that has to do with your business, you follow them because they're giving you content that's useful. And that's probably why you guys followed us, right? You found us because somehow we built trust with you. Eric told you what we were going to do in this program or whatever. We promised you things that now we are hoping to deliver you that took us months, and now we condensed it into a week so that you guys could be successful. We're trying to really, and we hope that this course eventually leads into other courses. So we want to give you the best content we can that's useful content. So make sure that that's what you're doing.
Great point. And this is actually in response to a lot of requests that we see from people who don't know. So this is a real time adjustment to those to that need.
Yep. Full
Cool.
circle.
See you next. Full circle. Yeah, full circle. There's this the system of circles right there. Cool. I'll see you in the next one.
See you in the next one.